To start from the very beginning with this my type thing.
I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months, and then finally I answered him. But I didn't want to like be nothing. I just wanted to just be friends.
The first thing that ever stood out to me about Travis was that he never tried to change me at all. So like I said, I met him in college. He was in high school, and I obviously I was in the middle of outgrowing partying, but I still partied a lot. And I don't know if y'all know this, but he doesn't drink at all. Like, even though he's legal to drink, he doesn't drink. And I'm Hispanic, so I have tequila in my veins. So I drink. I don't drink a lot, but I drink. And I used to party and stuff. And he would literally drive me, sit outside for hours while I'm inside partying, and then take us home.
Travis Hunter's whole world just got flipped upside down, and the drama is spinning out of control. His wife, Leanna Lanie, just got caught slipping in the worst way, and now Travis is spiraling. For months, fans been warning him that Leanna was moving shady, whispering that she was for the streets. And now it looks like he finally got smacked in the face with the truth. Word is, Leanna didn't just step out on him. She's allegedly carrying a baby by one of Travis's own homies. That's betrayal on a whole different level. But wait, it gets even messier. Insiders are already buzzing that Leanna is gearing up to file for divorce, just 2 months after saying "I do." Can you believe that? And here's the kicker. Travis never signed a prenup. That means if this divorce really goes down, she could walk away with a fat bag and leave him out here looking played. Fans can't stop asking the same burning question. Did Travis truly have no idea who Leanna really was? Or has she been plotting this bag fumble all along? Let's be real. When those first rumors about Leanna started swirling, people tried to brush it off. They said, folks are just jealous, or they just hating. But now that receipts are leaking left and right, it's clear this ain't no smoke without fire. Travis might have thought he found love, but the streets are saying what he really found was a straight-up scandal waiting to explode.
People ain't said I do yet, but he did.
I've been to that.
I think he done got married on this and ain't told me about it.
Not yet. I
He
like
knows.
it.
I'm gonna do your prenup though. It's gonna be about this thick.
The red flags were right there in plain sight, but nobody wanted to connect the dots until now. Way back in 2022, before the wedding bells, before the Jaguars contract, before the headlines turned messy, Travis Hunter and Leanna Lanie sat down for an interview that barely made noise at the time. But watching it now, whew, it hits totally different. In that sit-down, Leanna didn't even bother pretending to be the starry-eyed fiancé. She kept it raw and said straight up that Travis wasn't even her type when they first met. And no, she wasn't talking about his looks. She said it was because he was younger and because she knew he had cheated on a girlfriend before. Imagine your future wife saying that on camera? Back then, people just laughed it off, calling it a little awkward moment. Nothing major, but fast forward to now, and that same comment feels like a warning shot. Because with whispers flying about a $40 million divorce demand and a viral clip showing Leanna looking way too cozy with one of Travis's own teammates, that interview suddenly feels like the blueprint for betrayal. And the tea don't stop there. Reports are exploding that Leanna isn't just creeping with this teammate. She's allegedly pregnant by him too. If that's true, then Travis ain't just facing heartbreak. He's staring down the ugliest betrayal a man could ever imagine. See, this is where folks say Travis should have opened his eyes. Because when somebody looks you dead in the face and admits you weren't even their type from the start, that's a giant red flag waving in your face. The question becomes, what exactly changed? And for a lot of fans, the answer is crystal clear. Travis's career blew up. As soon as he started rising in the NFL, the vibe of their relationship shifted overnight.
Don't get suckered into this bro, because something ain't right. I didn't like that video. He wasn't my type. Remember, you wasn't my type. But when you successful, you everybody's type. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, they find out your potential. Now you everybody's type. Be careful with that, bro.
Suddenly, it wasn't just casual. It looked polished, staged, and picture-perfect for the cameras. When he signed with the Jaguars, the transformation went into overdrive. Leanna was no longer in the background. She was front row, center stage, smiling in all the right photos, brushing shoulders with other players and their wives, and soaking up that NFL spotlight like it was tailor-made for her. That's why the leaked footage of her getting way too cozy with one of his teammates is shaking the internet to its core right now. The timing couldn't be slicker. It matches up perfectly with the moment she stepped into that role as NFL wife, but with side moves behind the scenes. Now, here's the jaw-dropper. Fans are whispering that the video wasn't some random leak. Nah, they think Leanna planted it herself, making sure it found its way to Travis's phone like a time bomb. Some even believe she wanted it to detonate the marriage on her terms, breaking him down mentally before walking away with everything. Travis Hunter ain't the partying type. No clubs, no bottles, no late-night drama. He keeps his circle tight and quiet. But Leanna Lenny? She's the total opposite, and that's where the clash blows wide open. If she wasn't getting the nightlife energy she craves from Travis, best believe she was gonna look for it somewhere else. And fans say that's exactly what she's been doing. One of the clearest examples of their mismatch came from a clip that's resurfacing all over social media. In it, Leanna is literally laughing while telling the story of how Travis used to drive her to parties, drop her off, and then sit in the car for hours just waiting. Hours! She bragged about how he never complained, never tried to stop her from drinking, even though he doesn't touch alcohol at all. Some people spun that as supportive husband energy, but a whole lot of fans said it was pure evidence of how lopsided their dynamic really was.
They got married in Tennessee, where there's no time limit for a spouse to become eligible for alimony, as long as there's a financial need. Come to find out, it was her idea to get married in Tennessee because of this luxury venue.
Travis was on the outside looking in, while Leanna was deep inside the scene, soaking up every bit of the spotlight. It's like they were living in two completely different worlds under one roof. One quiet, disciplined, and focused, the other wild, flashy, and thirsty for attention. And here's the part that stings. Leanna herself laughed about it, making Travis look more like her driver than her man. Now, the real question is, how's Leanna Lee planning to keep up with her wild nightlife energy while she's allegedly carrying a baby? That's the million-dollar mystery. But honestly, the streets ain't even worried about that part. What's got everybody talking is how that leaked footage of her cozying up with a teammate suddenly feels 10 times messier. It's not some random moment anymore. It looks like part of a bigger pattern she's been running for a while now. And it gets even uglier when you rewind to their own wedding day. What should have been the happiest celebration of their lives turned into the beginning of a soap opera. Instead of pure love and joy, people were side-eyeing Leanna's behavior all night. Guests whispered, fans watching clips online started questioning everything, and it felt less like a fairy tale wedding and more like a live reality show where the drama couldn't be hidden. The moment that really set the internet on fire? That infamous dance floor clip. Cameras were rolling. Travis leaned in for a kiss, but Leanna's body language told a whole different story. She subtly pulled back, quick enough to play it off, but sharp-eyed fans caught it instantly. And once the freeze frames and slow-motion edits hit social media, that tiny pullback exploded into a full-blown scandal. Fans swear that move wasn't accidental. They claim it showed her heart wasn't in it, even on her wedding night. Some even say that was the very moment the mask slipped, and the real Leanna peeked through. So now everybody's replaying that clip and asking, was she ever truly in this marriage, or was she already plotting her exit? So here's the question everybody keeps asking. Did she really pull away on that dance floor kiss, or was it just bad timing? Drop your thoughts in the comments. But right after that moment came the so-called big surprise. And this is where things got even stranger. Travis went all out. I'm talking brand new Mercedes G-Wagon as a wedding gift. That's nearly $500,000 sitting in the driveway. Most brides would have been screaming, crying happy tears.
This woman really love you like that, bro. You gotta watch the signs, man. That woman said you wasn't even her type. If a woman tell me she not my type but end up with me, then what's keeping you here? What's keeping you here then? If I'm not your type, that means you going off looks. So what? keeping you here? You gotta ask, but you young though, but you gotta ask yourself some questions. We not coming down on you, brother. We trying to wake you up. You know what I'm saying? Before they end up.
Maybe even jumping straight into their man's arms. But Leanna, she barely cracked a smile. Her reaction was ice cold, distant, ungrateful, like she wasn't impressed at all. Fans couldn't believe it. I mean, what would you do if somebody handed you the keys to a G-Wagon on your wedding day? Now here's where it stings even more. Compare that reaction to the time she met Lil Wayne. When she saw him, her energy was through the roof, lit up, starstruck, grinning from ear to ear. That raw excitement she showed for Wayne made the way she brushed off Travis's $500,000 surprise feel shady in a way that's hard to ignore. And that's when fans really started connecting the dots. First, the dodged kiss, then the lukewarm G-Wagon reaction. These weren't just small moments. Together, they painted a bigger picture that Leanna's heart wasn't locked in from the jump. It felt like she was moving through the motions, not really celebrating love. And when you add in the wild detail about where the wedding actually went down, not in Georgia where Travis is from, not in Florida where he plays, but a state with very different marriage laws, the whispers got louder. Travis and Leanna didn't just tie the knot anywhere, they picked Chattanooga, Tennessee. On the surface, she brushed it off like it was nothing but the perfect venue. Pretty scenery, good vibes. But the internet wasn't buying that explanation for a second. It didn't take long before sharp-eyed fans pointed out that Tennessee is one of the very few states where alimony can be granted without any minimum marriage length. Translation: you can get married, file for divorce a few months later, and still walk away with a fat payout. Once TikTok caught wind of that little loophole, it was game over. Creators started breaking down legal receipts, showing how this setup could slide right into Leanna's hands like it was a master plan all along. Fans are calling it the short game turned long con, and honestly, the timing makes it look too slick to be coincidence. But here's the real kicker. Travis didn't sign a prenup, and it's not like he didn't have the chance. Lawyers, NFL vets, even influencers were offering to set one up for him for free. He chose not to. Some say it was love-blind loyalty, others say it was pure naivety, but either way, it left him wide open. Now you've got a no prenup marriage in one of the most alimony-friendly states in America, stacked on top of a $46 million rookie contract.
This will make you a great woman. You'll know he's gonna make you great behind his supper. The greater the glory, the more intense the story. Because you can't get this all out of.
Fans are connecting those dots quick, and it's starting to look less like bad luck and more like a calculated play. And here's where things get extra wild. This theory isn't just internet gossip anymore. Industry insiders are whispering the same thing. People who've been living in that high-profile world of sports and entertainment are officially sounding the alarm on Travis Hunter's situation. NFL legends, entertainers, and even comedians are warning him to watch his back before it's too late. One NFL vet who's been through his own messy marriage disaster even looked him dead in the eye on camera and said, "Protect yourself." That wasn't gossip. That wasn't shade. It was straight-up wisdom from a man who's already seen how ugly it gets when you don't lock down your assets. Then came comedian Godfrey, who went viral after calling out the biggest red flag of all, Leanna's old "not my type" comment. He said that one line told the whole story, exposing that her heart wasn't really in it from the jump. Fans ate it up, agreeing that Godfrey hit the nail on the head, and the clip spread like wildfire across social media. And just when people thought the warnings couldn't get louder, here comes Board Ward, aka Bedwell, chiming in with zero filter. He pointed straight at Leanna's flirty energy with other men and her thirst trap posts online, saying Travis needs to open his eyes before it's too late. His blunt take had fans divided, but many agreed he was just saying what everybody else was already thinking. But through all of it, the criticism, the jokes, the endless online dragging, Travis has always been quick to jump in front of the fire for Leanna. No matter how harsh the comments get, no matter how viral the shade goes, he's right there playing Captain Save Her, ready to clap back at the haters and defend her honor. See, here's where the plot twisted hard. Because when that leaked video of Leanna getting too close with the Jaguars teammate blew up online, Travis Hunter went dead silent. No cryptic IG story, no slick comments, no quick clapback like he usually does, just straight silence. And for a man who's known to defend Leanna at lightning speed, that silence was louder than any words he could have posted. Fans instantly started speculating. Was he in shock? Was he laying low because of the divorce rumors already floating around? Or was he finally waking up and questioning what's really happening behind the scenes? Meanwhile, Leanna's response was a whole different show. As the video went viral, she hopped online with a tearful, emotional clip of herself, staring straight into the camera, eyes puffy, voice trembling. But instead of winning sympathy, a lot of folks called it what it was: dramatic damage control. People felt like she was trying to flip the script, play the victim, and sway public opinion before more dirt dropped. But here's where it gets ugly. Whispers are already swirling that Leanna might actually be pregnant by that same teammate. If that rumor holds any weight, then this ain't just messy, it's nuclear-level betrayal. That would be the final straw, the one wound Travis couldn't possibly defend or ignore. And let's be real, who wouldn't be shattered finding out your wife is carrying another man's child, let alone a teammate's? It's the kind of scandal that doesn't just ruin a marriage. It leaves scars on your pride, your career, and your entire image forever. This whole situation just keeps getting wilder by the day. And Travis Hunter looks like he's right in the middle of a full breakdown. His wife caught up in a scandal with his very own Jaguars teammate, rumors flying about a pregnancy, divorce chatter heating up. This isn't just some random sports headline. This is personal, messy, and explosive enough to rock his entire career and image. Now everybody's asking the same burning questions. Will Travis keep playing it quiet and let the silence speak for him? Or is he gearing up to clap back and finally set the record straight? Is this the official end of their marriage? Or is it just the start of an even crazier chapter that none of us saw coming? Because let's be real, plenty of fans warned him this could happen, and now it feels like those red flags have turned into fireworks for the whole world to watch. But don't get it twisted, the next twist is always right around the corner. With insiders whispering, receipts popping up, and fans dissecting every single move, this story is nowhere near done. So stay locked in, drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like, smash subscribe, and turn on those notifs, because we're tracking every messy, jaw-dropping detail of this scandal, and you do not want to miss what's coming next.